4, 3, 2, 1.
We have liftoff.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mars Day 2026. This is our 6th year doing Mars Day.
Yeah.
I'm Dallas Campbell.
And I'm Suzie Lmber.
It's my favorite day of the year.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, whatever. Birthdays, you like birthdays. Nah, Mars Day, get in. We're very happy to be doing Mars Day again. This is the day, the one day of the year where we get to explore the cosmos from the comfort of our own classrooms, chairs, bath, wherever you happen to be watching this. You're very, very welcome. We've got a lot that's going to be crammed into today. We're going to be going all over the solar system. Well, not all over the solar system. We're going to be going to Mars. And our special guest, the moon, as well. So if you're interested in the moon, this is for you. I think it's a full moon tonight, by the way. We were driving back yesterday and we were debating whether it was full or not. We thought not, but today it is. Who have we got?
We have 3 sessions from ESA today, the European Space Agency, so you get to find out the latest news from missions, upcoming missions with ESA. We've got the UK Space Agency talking to us, and we've got the BBC Sky at Night team.
I am familiar with them. Basically, we've got all these people who work very, very hard in the space industry, so you don't have to. You can just sit there lolling about, and all these hardworking people are going to give you all the information and all the interesting stories that you need to know.
Except for, don't forget Mars Hour.
Oh yes, Mars Hour. Tell us about Mars Hour.
You have an hour to do your own activities, so hopefully your teachers have prepared activities for you. If not, you can find some on the website, and that gives you an hour while we interview all sorts of people to do your own activities and join in for the day.
But the thing about Mars, though, we're going to be doing stuff as well. We've got people we're going to be interviewing. We're going to be going down Bulby Mine. If you know where Bulby Mine is, up in the northeast, it's where they hunt for dark matter. Have you ever been?
I've never been there.
Interesting thing about Bulby Mine, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. It's got the deepest toilet in the UK, apparently, and I have used it.
Nice.
In anger.
Oh, right.
So,
where are we, Dallas?
Sorry. Okay, where are we? We're at RAL Space. Now, if it's been made in the UK and it's going into space, RAL Space will have probably had something to do with it. It's been going for 60 years. They make incredible things here, satellites, all kinds of things. I mean, you must have used
Yeah,
stuff with RAL Space.
they've been involved in over 200 missions, looking at astrophysics, looking at solar system exploration, looking at Earth observation.
They've got an amazing facility here in Harwell, and we were sort of wondering, well, where should we open the show? Like, show us the really cool stuff. So we're in the coolest room, I think, and we've got the coolest person to show us the coolest stuff in the coolest room. We've got Charlie here. Charlie Knight, test engineer? Yes. Is that what we...
Good morning. Yes.
Good morning, good morning. What happens here? Tell us where we are.
So this is our dynamics test lab, where we do a number of different tests, all mimicking the launch, because the launch, getting anything into space, everything's got to go through launch, and it's a very violent experience for it.
See, this is one of these things that I think people just don't realize. You kind of think, oh, you just build a satellite, you just shove it on top of a rocket, and away you go. But no, you have to sort of test all the vibrations.
Yes, because if it's going to break, it will break during launch, and it's much easier to make sure that if it's going to break, it breaks on the ground where you can fix it versus in space.
How bad is it if it breaks? Is it like, in terms of a bad day, where does that rank if you're...
Well, if it's on the ground, then you do a redesign, or you put the bolts back in, and you get on with your day. If it's in space, it could mean dead mission.
Presumably it's quite expensive.
It depends on where, yeah.
Okay, so just tell us, so where are we? So tell us about, first of all, we've got some gear here. What I like about this table here, have a look at this, is there's some special foil over something. That means it's top secret, which means we're not allowed to lift the secret foil. We won't look at that. But what about, so tell us, this is a vibration tape.
Yes, so yeah, the sort of big grey thing is our vibration table.
Okay.
This is a smaller version, so we can kind of give you a demo of exactly what it does. and it does vibrate. So it goes back and forth multiple times, up to 2,000 times a second.
And this is kind of mimicking what would happen at launch, or when the rocket takes off.
Yeah.
So you can see, okay, it's not going to break. And this is a little scale model. We can turn this on, I think. So let's have a little. So this is what happens. So, okay, so the real satellite would be on here.
It's moving.
Things are going to go wrong here.
Yes.
And can we adjust the vibrations? Has it got like a little setting that we can?
Yes. So at the moment we're sweeping from what we call 10 to 25 hertz. So that's 10. So it's going up and down between 10 to 25 times per second. We can go faster, but you end up not being able to see it because it's moving so quickly. It goes beyond what the.
Let's have another demo. Let's see that again.
Yeah.
Have you ever put a satellite on here and you've shaken it to death and you've gone back to the customer and said, "I'm really sorry, but your satellite badly made"?
Rarely do we have anything properly break here, because normally by the time it gets here, our customers, they've gone through a lot of sort of iterations of the design.
Got it.
And so things rarely break. We've had some student competition. And those,
Student.
no, I mean, it's just they have a very accelerated timeline. In which
That is a really good competition. Maybe you could design in your classroom your own vibration table and say who can build a satellite that will survive launch. While we're on the subject of breaking things, because we're in the breaking thing room, come over here, Charlie, because you've got some amazing things over here. Now look, here we have bits of metal, which I've noticed, which have been damaged. So
Yes.
tell us what's going on here.
So these are part of what we call our shock rig. So it's mimicking when we've got things like stage separation. So when the spacecraft is released from the rocket, it produces a very short but sharp shock at the base. And to mimic that, we have this, which got effectively it's a giant air gun, which
That's so cool.
throws one of these through, which is quite heavy.
Oh my God! feel that, Suze. Look, that's mad.
Wow.
Wait, so this is like the air gun shell. So you
Yes, that is the projectile. As we
And
call
what
it.
velocity will that be at the point at which it impacts the
I
front?
am not sure.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Pretty fast,
Basically,
pretty fast.
You don't want to drop this on your foot because it will hurt. But come a little bit closer because I want to show you this. So this is our sort of air gun that tests how strong things are. Oh, now this I'm very excited about. We've got a little alien here. So tell us a little bit about Ariel.
So Ariel is a European Space Agency mission. It's an exoplanet telescope. We're launching in the 2030s.
Today? Are we launching it today?
No. What is actually happening is the payload, so the top half, kind of where these black things are above, is currently in our other vibration facility, because this is we call this our small shaker. We have one that's about 4 times the size.
Oh, nice.
Why aren't we in that?
Because we have that on the shaker, unfortunately. And yeah, so we're testing that as part of what's called a structural test model. So we're kind of making sure they've got the basic design of that down. And then they'll reiterate that design. And then we'll hopefully test the final one kind of in a few years.
And we're going to find out more about this during Mars Hour, aren't
Yes,
we?
we talk about this a little bit.
Join us for Mars Hour and you'll find out all about this mission and what it's going to do and what they're doing here at RAL Space.
That's my favorite thing to talk about, exoplanets and the search for life. I would be so happy if one day, when I'm still alive, that they come.
We find this.
Yeah, we come running down corridors. We're like, we found life. Finally. This time it's for real, and it's blue, and it's got a RAL Space logo. That would make me. I would chuckle to myself. Anyway.
Brilliant. Let's hope that happens. Wow, this is fantastic. Thank you, Charlie, so much for showing us these things. This is really interesting kind of insight into sort of what happens behind the scenes when you're going to launch a satellite, what things you need to worry about.
My problem is I kind of want to steal things. I want to steal that slug as a doorstop. Because that would be, this would be the most perfect doorstop.
Wonderful. Right, let's not do that.
What else do we need to tell people before we start? We've got to talk about social. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie. We'll see you later.
If you want to do social media, we've got a hashtag.
Mars Day 26 is your hashtag, and we're going to feature some. Also, if you have questions, you can put them in the chat. Or if you just want to tell us who you are and where you're logging on from today,
Yes.
we'll do lots of shout-outs throughout the day, so let us know. During Mars Hour as well, we'd really like to see what you're up to, so please do send through photos of what you're up to.
Names.
Yeah, let us know, let us know.
That would be good.
We have a Facebook at Ezero UK for the latest of what we're up to today, so you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, get your questions ready for Mars Hour, particularly because we're going to ask loads of questions during Mars.
We've got some of the world space experts here. So however niche your question might be, we'll probably be able to find somebody today
Yes.
who can answer. It'll actually probably be Suzie.
It might be me.
Professor Suzie.
That's okay.
Space physicist will probably be able to answer it. So that's good. So we've got coming up next, we've got, who's first up? Who's our first up?
European Space Agency. We're going to be talking about human and robotic exploration with Stefan de May.
Human robotic, okay.
And there'll be time for a question and answer session at the end of that. So as he's speaking, please do type your questions into the chat, and we would love to put those to him at the end.
There'll be a special prize for the best question. I shall be giving out the prize, which will be my respect.
Good.
That's the gift that keeps on giving.
So teachers out there, if you want to find more resources for Mars Hour and other things, you're looking at stem.org.uk/Mars-hour.2026. Someone will pop that link into the chat now. So if you want to have a look at that, please do go ahead.